Kenny quit playing.
Yo, you already know what it is. You're listening to The Urban Product. It's your boy DME.
It's your boy Cozy Rich.
It's your girl Imani.
And welcome to the third annual end of the year wrap up. You feel me? We've been doing this ever since the podcast started, and we decided to keep the tradition going where we're wrapping up everything that happened in the year 2020 for the best and for the worst. You feel me? But Imani, how you doing?
You start with me today.
Of course, I'm starting with you. Let's start different. Let's end this right.
Okay. Well, my day started off really well. Your girl is working out again.
Hey.
I see why you work out every day.
It feels good, no?
It feels good. Yeah, I feel like okay, I did that. Now I can do something else. But been doing that. Your girl got a whole life coach. He doesn't want to be called a therapist. He wants to be called a life coach. Go off. And trying to move out. So that's what's up with me. But I'm good.
Okay.
Like I said.
She said new beginnings in 2021. I hear that. I like that.
I like that.
Rich, how you doing?
Rich, what's going on?
I mean, I'm on vacation the next week and a half until basically after New Year's. So, I mean, today I ain't really do shit. I just went to the gym, got a haircut, cool to my little brother, and just I'm here with the crew. But, I mean, me personally, everything's going well. I mean, I'm in a good space, good headspace. I can't complain for shit right now. I really can't, so just gonna keep these good vibes and energy up, and let's hope it stays consistent for the time being. But how are you doing, Dev?
I'm doing great. I'm doing wonderful. I'm very excited, for this episode right here, just because it is the last episode of the year. You feel me? That's why we're doing this annual wrap up. It's going to be amazing. It's the last episode of the year, and I'm announcing it for y'all right now. This is also the last episode of the season. You feel me? Season 5 has been amazing. We appreciate all of you for your support throughout the year, and we're ending it the right way with the year wrap up. So yeah, I'm doing great. I feel amazing. My barber hooked me up again. Hit me with my solo camera real quick. Have them respect me real quick. Facts. Y'all see that right there? I got a nice barber in Malden who goes by the name of Juan Carlos. A lot of you might know him.
By telling niggas you fucked up.
Nah, that's free game. That's
why
free
would you
game.
ever do that?
Because he always got time for me. Because he always got time for me. You feel me? Once you build that relationship,
okay.
You just gotta be like, yo, it's just that time, like, yo, can I slide it this time? He'd be like, nah, it's probably smart if you slide it this time. And I'm like, see, I appreciate that. It lets me know when he's free and when I can sneak in real quick. But what I do hate the most sometimes, because he is getting a little popular, sometimes I'll be pulling up at those certain times and he got somebody in the chair and I'm just like, yo, fam, I'm supposed to be in that chair right now. Why am I not in that chair? And then next thing you know, I'm waiting an extra 45 minutes and I'm like, hey, yo, I'll tip you great, brother. Respect me.
So why you get your mans out there now?
Nah, because I like to promote everybody. You feel me? And because he recently got his own shop too, so I want to, I give opportunities and I give people.
I'm sorry, my barber is the one nigga I don't want to eat. That's the one nigga I don't want to eat.
You don't want anybody to get the swag, bro?
No, that's the one nigga I want to only
First of all, I ain't the only one. Show him, show Rich some respect on his camera real quick.
I get the same haircut every single time. I know I look good. I don't need their confirmation. I know I look good, but tell me in the comments if you think I look extra good. Feel me?
Roast this nigga. Roast this nigga in the comments just for that. You feel me?
Do it again for y'all. See that head tip? Hey.
But you wouldn't want to share your barber with anybody?
Hell no. That just means more people making my wait longer. He's busier, which means less availability for me. That's simple.
Okay, so you're just selfish. It's okay.
1 billion%.
It's okay. It's just selfish. I make sure everybody eats. You feel me? If I eat, everybody eats. That's how I see shit. But yeah, we are here at the end of 2020 to tell you what was fire, what wasn't fire, who had their great moments, who had their worst moments. And let's see, let's start off first. Let's say that shout out to my dog Ace, because he was here for the last 2 wrap-ups, but he's not here tonight. But fam, your spirit is still here. I still fuck with you. It's just the podcast, but it's lit. But
logistics.
Yeah, but for the wrap up, let's start with best new artist.
So
you feel me?
First?
You want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I think this is pretty easy.
I think it is probably
you said
pretty
best
easy.
New artist? Or?
Best new artist.
Best new artist. Okay. All right. For me, this is pretty easy. Polo G. I think Polo G had a crazy year coming out. 2020 came out with a Double XL Freestyle. And then he came out with his new album, The GOAT. Every song on that shit was fire, essentially. And then every feature he was on, he did not miss. And
Polo G did have a crazy year.
You feel me? And then I was talking about John. I was about to put his first name out there. I was talking to John over the weekend about Polo G, and we were just going through all his songs, bro.
You call him by his first name? You'd probably be the only person I know that call him by his first name.
Depends on the moment.
Oh, that's crazy.
Depends on the moment.
Y'all got a different relationship. Good for you. But go ahead.
You feel me? But yeah, we were just going through his music, and we were like, yo, he has not had a bad verse ever.
Yeah, he killed this year.
Legitimately ever. So Polo G, to me, as it comes to best new artist, I don't think he has any competition. I really don't. So, I think you.
No, I was just, that's a bold statement. I don't have anything against it. It's just, that's a bold statement.
For me personally, that's just how I feel. How I feel. I didn't know who else I could possibly put up there as the best new artist besides Polo G.
You want to give your take, Imani?
No, I'm just saying that's just, that itself is just a bold statement. Just to be like, oh, he's better than anybody. And that's just
any new artist that came out this year in 2020, in my opinion, yes.
I'll respect his take just because Polo G has had an incredible year.
Just go
his feature on Dirk's album, Three-Headed Goat, fire. Even coming up with vets like Baby and Dirk. You know, the rookie coming in and arguably having the best verse on the song says a lot. He got nominated for the Double XL Freshman 2020, so that was fire too. He did have a great album. I still bump Martin and Gina. You feel me? That's my shit. That's my shit, guys.
King's Nightmare, bro. King's Nightmare is my shit on that too.
Yeah, so he did have an amazing year, and I definitely think he definitely came up with his own sound too, and not many people are fucking with that. So
one thing I want to point out about Polo G is his production and his just seeing him evolve throughout this year. Because when I look at his music videos and I see the way his music videos were set up towards the beginning of the year and how they're set up now, this man has come a long way in just a short amount of time. So in terms of production value, quality, visuals, everything like that. So he's an artist. I really feel like he's an artist himself. He ain't a rapper, he's an artist. So I expect big things from Polo G, and that is my new artist of the year.
Word. Imani, how about you? Who do you think got new artist of the year?
I was having a little trouble with it because I feel like, I don't know, there was some new artists, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I like them. But I think honestly, even though he's not really new, I feel like this year itself was like a coming out for him, and that's Brent Faiyaz. Because he's always been around, but like this year especially, like people got really hip to him. And then once you put in, you know, TikTok, his song going in like every single video you slide on, his song is usually on there. So I'd say this one for me is Brent Faiyaz.
Okay. That's a nice take too. His was the album called Fuck the World? Was that the album? That was a great album.
Yes. And you know what's crazy? When it comes to Brent Faiyaz, that's the only thing he's dropped this year as it pertains to music. So like he hasn't really dropped singles like that. It has legitimately been this album.
And he's been like that. He only dropped projects and it just goes away.
And the fact that he's only dropped this album and it's had longevity where I don't get tired of listening to it because I feel her. And it's just fire. It's an all-around fire album. Like, I don't think there's many skips, if any, on that album. So
and best believe it comes up in rotation heavy. You feel me? It comes up in rotation heavy, and I'm just like, still a vibe.
So he has staying power. And I'm not even gonna lie, but like she said, before this year, I didn't even know who the fuck that nigga was.
Yeah. Well, you know Brent Faiyaz.
No, I really didn't know who he was.
Remember when that Gold Link track? With,
but I didn't know who he was.
Shia.
Like everyone, I seen people on the music video and on the track, but all right, word. We all know who Gold Link was. You feel me? I didn't know Brent Faiyaz.
I didn't know who Gold Link was until Crew came out. I'm gonna keep it a buck. And if I get hate in the comments, it's okay.
I didn't know any of them until then. And that song was
you
like
know Big Hefe Holmes. Nah, chill. I'm so fucking awesome. Shy. Y'all know my God.
Shy.
Fact. Shout out to Shy. But yeah, Brent Faiyaz has had a great year. Dropped a great project. And yeah, it's been critically acclaimed. He hasn't even done much features, you feel me? But I feel like he doesn't really need it when you drop dropped a great project like that, and he didn't have features on that project either. So
yeah, I don't think he had a single feature on there.
No, not a single feature. And I fuck with artists that do that, because sometimes it's bold to do that when you when you have access to the industry. Because I'm pretty sure if Brent Faiyaz wants a feature from somebody, he can get a feature from somebody. But still, just like going the whole route, be like, nah, my projects are gonna be just myself, and it's still being fire. You got a lot of weight on your shoulders, and hey, you did his thing on that. So yeah, shout out to him for that.
What is yours,
for
Devin?
myself, right? So for myself, best new artist, I'm giving to Pop Smoke. You feel me?
That was my
Rest in peace to my dog, Pop Smoke. Had an amazing year. Started off, he got hot last summer. You feel me? Summer of 2019. That's when I would say that he got hot. Dropped his first mixtape, Meet the Woo. And then in the beginning of 2020, right before he passed away, he dropped Meet the Woo Volume 2. You feel me? Which had bangers like Christopher Walken on that. Element, Mannequin, the Dior remix with Gunna, and just Dior in general. Like Dior has been fire for over a year straight. Like that's one song that comes on and like you don't get sick of it. And it's crazy because, you know, everybody, once that song comes on and it builds up and then he just starts rapping, everybody just gets in sync. So yeah, Pop Smoke has had an amazing year, and it's just crazy because he wasn't here to witness the success of his work with his posthumous album dropping on July 3rd, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, and it's shooting at #1. I'm pretty sure it's platinum. I'm pretty sure it's platinum at the moment, and that was his debut album. So for that to happen all after his passing, it just shows, you know, the kid had such a long way to go. And after his death, shout out to the man, Grammy nominated as well for Dior. So, you know, he had an incredible year. So, and a lot of people doubted him. I was one of the people in the beginning, I can admit that right now, that doubted him. I said, yo, all of his music sounds the same. There's no versatility, blah, say blah. But then I remember when I like listened to Meet the Woo Volume 2 a little more, I was like, yo, there's actually a couple of songs that are actually fire. Like Christopher Walken went crazy, but it's unfortunately because like literally the week after that album dropped, he died. So It just crazy. You feel me? But I'm giving him my best new artist of 2020. You feel me? May he rest in peace.
That was a good choice. And I was thinking about him, to be honest, too, for this. But I was just thinking, like, because he did drop in the summer of 2019. 2019. I was like, all right, he doesn't count. He's been out for a year.
while.
But you got that. You got that. I can't hate on Pop Smoke.
Nah, I think all of your choices are great as well. I wasn't really thinking of Polo G, but Polo G is an amazing choice for best new artist just because of what he's been able to sustain his hype ever since he came out. You feel me? And he got some quality verses out and features for this year. You feel me? So definitely shout him out for that. So recap. Best new artist. You know, I'm not even gonna debate. Try to get just one. I think like those three for themselves, they all deserve their respect. So for Urban Products best new artist for the year 2020, we have Polo G, Brent Faiyaz, and Pop Smoke. You feel me? Amazing work and amazing music.
We should put polls up to let the viewers choose too.
What they think of theirs. Yeah, I like that. That's an amazing idea. Thank you.
Polls up too.
All right, word. Okay, so next category we have is comeback of the year.
Oh. Yeah, I'll go first.
No, let's let Imani go first. We'll switch up the switch up the order.
Switch up the order. Okay, so I had two. I was thinking Meg Thee Stallion and Little Baby, only because Meg, she's had a long year where she's been dropping not projects, but she's been dropping features, dropping songs, and she's still maintaining to be relevant. Even with her whole situation with Tory, she's still able to have people, even though a lot of people are talking about that, she still has people talking about her music too. It's not like that's all they're speaking about. So I put her up there, and then I also put Little Baby up there because I feel like this was a great year for him as a whole.
But I say like to come back, you kind of have to fall off. At some point, right?
I was thinking.
I mean, he's in some nonsense too.
I feel like both of them
he's in some nonsense, but
both of them been killing it since last year.
I mean, I hear why she said Meg for come back, because Meg did go through some shit where she wasn't dropping music for a little bit, dealing with some publicity and the public image and all that with Tory. But she did make a fire comeback, in my opinion.
Oh, she did, yeah.
Everything she's been dropping has been absolutely heat. Didn't her album go gold or some shit like that? I'm not too sure. I think I saw something like that. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm sorry if I'm lying about that, but I know she's been producing, and for Meg, from what I've been seeing, more of what we're talking about for her pertains to her music and her ability, rather than what has happened to her.
Yep.
And because of that,
that's a great way to put it. Yep.
And if that's the case, then she's really producing and showing out. So I think that's a good pick.
And to think, like, I'll say this for Meg as well, for the whole situation to go down, how she handled it and everything that's happened for her ever since that, like, she's Grammy nominated, I don't know how many times, but she got a bunch of Grammy noms, so shout out to her for that. Number one songs, Savage went number one with Beyonce. This song that's out here right now, like Body, I'm pretty sure that's on its way to get to the number one, you feel me? So since Megan gained popularity, I'd say back in 2019, she's done a great job at staying consistent. Amidst everything that's going on, she's done an amazing job at staying consistent, whether that's in music or social media or just popularity, whatever. She's still killing it. And the product that she's releasing is some heat as well. You can't deny, after the type of year that Megan had this year and last year, you can't deny. Shorty can rap. You feel me?
How old is she?
She's I believe
25 or 26.
Yeah, she's like our age. I think she's like 20.
I'm sorry, bro. Yeah. Like, the trajectory she's on, she will be the best woman rapper of all time if she keeps up with it, like with her actual career. If she maintains what she's doing now for an entire career, who the fuck is gonna touch her?
That's a bold take.
Good point.
That's a bold take.
No, I'm thinking, like, in my opinion, the best female MCs, Nicki and Lil Kim. Those are the top two.
Yeah, and when you think about it, they also fall in different eras. You feel me? Like, Kim had her own era, Nicki had her own era, and you can say like Meg's having her own era right too. Now, so like, I can understand, because during those different generations, like, people were saying, at that time, like the 90s, everyone's saying, Kim's the best rapper alive. And then you got the 2010s where Nicki emerged and people were saying, she's the best female rapper alive. And now we're in the 2020s, you feel me? So it's that generational difference where now, it's Meg's turn. You got this new hot young act who's bodying everything, who's killing everything, and she's fresh and she's energetic and she provides so much to the sound. So it makes sense why you would make that claim now, saying that Megan is probably on her way to becoming one of the best, because, like I said, it's a new era. So this is currently her time. She's coming in at the right moment for her to do that. You feel me?
She really doesn't have competition.
There might be some. Right now, I'd say with rapping, she don't got much competition.
She don't got competition.
Within the next couple of years, she could gain some competition. But then, because of the time she has in the game, she'll kind of be like a vet at that time. So like, she'll be at Nicki status eventually in her career in terms of like ranking. You feel me? So that'll come with time. But Meg is well on her way. If she continues her success the way it's going right now, then I don't see that being without a doubt within the next like 3 years. So
respect to Meg. I like Meg. She good people.
Rich, how about you?
I wish she was my girl. God damn. Comeback artist of the year has to be
able to handle Meg. No bullshit, bro.
Okay.
You wouldn't be able to handle Meg. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
That's a problem.
You wouldn't be able to handle Meg.
That's a problem I want. That is a problem I want to deal with and figure out, bro.
I respect it.
That's a great problem.
Facts.
But
you see that shit? You see that crybaby challenge shit?
Nah, I didn't. What is it?
Oh, Imani knows what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
All right.
crazy.
My fault. But
I love the way the body just moves, yo.
I gotta watch this challenge. Okay.
It's great. But yeah, go ahead. Comeback of the year, Rich. Go ahead.
Lil Uzi Vert is my comeback artist of the year. Why? Because last year this nigga could not drop music for shit.
Yeah.
Did we get any Uzi music in 2019?
Last year, no.
At all? Nah. So this man came out with Eternal Take, absolute fire. The Deluxe was another album, fire. Then he dropped another album with Future, fire. So in every feature he's been on, fire. So I'm just like, yo, this man Uzi came back with a vengeance. He came back trying to let people know he's not gone. He's here to stay, and his place was never gonna get overtaken by anyone. My man Uzi came back and just left his mark on the game again. And I'm just so happy to see him because he's back on his shit with SoundCloud, releasing more music, and he's still working on more music after this album with Future. So Uzi's back on his grind. He made the craziest comeback. I really can't say much more to it because it's self-explanatory. I mean, we've all seen what he's done. So it's my comeback artist of the year.
And that's the same for me. He's also my comeback artist of the year.
Go crazy.
Feel me? Or just comeback in general because, like he said, he was going through shit with his label. You feel me? For a while. He wasn't allowed to drop music for a while. And how he came back with Eternal Take, not only, yes, like Rich said also, not only the album, but the deluxe album also. Because on the standard album, the only feature he had was with Sid, you feel me? But then the deluxe comes in, and you got Young Nudie, you got Future, 21 Savage, Gunna, Thug, all these are Nav, you got all these artists. Yeah, you feel me? You got all these artists who are just, are held at a high rank in just in hip hop right now, and Uzi's tapped in with all of them. Uzi tapped in with any hot act you can think in hip hop right now. Uzi tapped in with them this year. He was featured on Baby's album. He's worked with Gunna, like I said, Thug, Future. He's working with the youngins as well. That's what I fuck about with Uzi. This is a take about Uzi I'm gonna make right now. I'm not going to say that Uzi is going to have the same career as Wayne, but how Wayne influenced an entire generation of artists and an entire sound, Uzi is well on his way to doing the same exact thing. And when I say that, yes. In 2016, 2015, when he came out, Uzi was very unique and very lovable just because his sound was his own, you feel me? But since that and the SoundCloud era was at its peak at that moment as well. And since then, if you go back to his first album, Love Is Rage 2, if you go back to that album, yo,
it's a fire album.
One, yes, but that's what today's music sounds like. Playful. And it came out in 2016. Playful, yeah. You feel me? So he was ahead of his time in that. But I think Uzi is also an artist that's going to influence an entire generation of artists to come, where their music is going to sound like his, and he's going to be the type of veteran or OG, because now he's like 26 or something, you feel me? So in the future he's going to get to the point where he's the type of artist where people are going to look out to him for a feature, and when he does the feature, it's going to be revered as like how a Wayne feature was revered in the past, like people working with their idols. Like people working with their idols, like it's going to be the same thing with Uzi, you feel me? Yeah, I just got an Uzi feature, you feel me? And like Uzi, right? I say Uzi is coming up like that, and also just when I see he fucks with like new artists, like young artists, like he'll work with them and he'll make music with them, despite him being at the point that he's at in his career. You feel me? This man's a multi-platinum, like probably I think EXO Tour Life went diamond, I'm pretty sure, but like, he's up there in terms of his rank in the game, and he's so young. He's doing sold out shows, crazy. Even during his label drama, he was doing sold out shows. So just the fact that he came back in 2020 and he was able to do all this shit during a pandemic, yo. Hey, fam, he dropped 3 projects this year. This man did his thing, came back like crazy. So I give the man his props. You feel me? Yeah.
Uzi that nigga.
Uzi's gonna be that nigga, and he is that nigga to many niggas now.
Did you see that? I saw a report that said he's thinking about retiring in the next 5 years.
I hear that. I hear
that's not the first time I heard that from him though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was. Yeah, I remember talking about this in the past. Like when he said he was going to retire, Matt Peel was like crazy, and then Nav said he was going to retire, and nobody cared. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. But yeah, Uzi did say he was going to do that, and I get it. You know, when you've reached the certain milestones that Uzi has reached in his career and gained the type of money that he's reached in his career, and you just know that money's gonna fall in like that for a while, I'm okay with making my millions, making my billions, still having my youth and investing my time into doing something else other than music.
Yep.
I think Uzi could stop doing music, but that wouldn't be the last thing that he does. I think he could venture off and do other shit with his life.
You see, when I hear the word retire, I think just step away and walk, like just stop and just completely walk away from.
When I hear retire, I think of I'm going to stop doing this part of my life and move on to a new part of my life.
Walk away from it. Like when I hear athletes retire, they're completely forgetting about the game and moving on with another part.
Like Wayne was supposed to retire.
Yeah, but Wayne's like 40 something now. You feel me? Uzi in 5 years, like you said, he's 26 now. He'll be 31. I just can't imagine him walking away from the game completely at that age, knowing the type of clout he has in the game at that. And like you just said, anything he drops will make money.
Honestly, with how Uzi's sound is right now, I can't imagine a 31-year-old Uzi still being at that same mindset to make that music.
True.
Mindset, you got that. Okay.
You feel me?
I can see
once you get to a certain age and you mature in your life, I don't see you making the same type of music you were making while you were younger. And Uzi's music is made for a young crowd.
Yeah.
True.
So I can't think that at 30 or 31, he's still going to be able to put in the same energy he put to make all the music he's making right now. It might sound different. And if it sounds different, the audience might not react to it the same because it doesn't sound like the Uzi we all came up to know and love. So you know how sensitive artists are with their music too. So it makes sense why he'd want to retire.
I can see it. His
do it while he's good. You feel me?
Yeah, his music isn't built to last, I would say, longevity wise. Like,
yeah, and then if you retire like that, your legacy is
maintained. You gotta worry about it.
You feel me?
Okay. I respect it. I just hope he doesn't, but we'll see.
Yeah.
5 years I'll be 29, so we'll see. Fuck.
Yeah, you feel me? We got to do better because 2020 has been trash, so we got to end the rest of this decade right. You feel me? Okay, so for comeback artist of the year, we got Uzi, and then for me and Rich, and then Imani said Meg, and you said Lil Baby or Da Baby?
I said Lil Baby, but you know we can cross.
Okay, now you see a Lil Baby too. Okay, now it's cool. All right, cool. So next category that we have.
Casamigos hitting, bro. Casamigos hitting.
I got you, brother. Hey, it's lit. End of the year wrap up. We celebrating. But yeah. So next category that we have is the underdog of the year. All right. So I will start this one. So. For my underdog of the year, I was kind of split between three people, but I'm going to definitely choose this one since I'm going first. You feel me? Lil Durk is my underdog. Of the year. The underdog. Lil Durk is my underdog of the year. Let me explain it to you. Let me explain it to you, right?
Please do. I like this. Okay.
Right? Lil Durk has had an amazing year. He's had an amazing year when it's come to music, right? But has it been noticed in the game?
Yes.
No, we know this because we are all fond of Durk. Like, Durk fans are going to know how great he is in the type of year that he had. But, like, yo, do you hear anybody, or, like, when just, not in terms of us, but just in terms of the masses, do you hear anybody putting him up there with, like, with the best rappers, or, like, putting him up there with, like, his albums is one of the best of the year, or just in general? Like, we all know that he's fire, but I just don't think it gets noticed enough. We all know it just because we've been fans of him for a while.
Okay.
You feel me?
I can hear that.
But like, yo, Durk is Grammy nominated this year with Laugh Now, Cry Later. Dropped a great album this year and a deluxe to match with it.
Just because y'all waited.
Did dope features. And with the tragic passing of King Von, first of all, let's just give the shout out to King Von as well. He's been Durk was able to, I don't know if I want to say groom King Von into the artist that he became, but he definitely helped King Von become a better artist and just develop into the man that he was now, and that was his right hand man. You feel me? R.I.P. to King Von, of course, but Dirk has been doing his thing consistently for a while, and the streets know it.
2014.
But in terms of just like critical acclaim in the entire world, I don't think it gets that much notice. So that's why he is going to be my underdog of the year. You feel me? He's the voice of the trenches. You feel
Honestly,
me? But I think the rest of the world should see that too.
I hear that because I love Dirk. Like that's right now, that's my favorite artist. So like I can't think of him as being underrated or slept on, because in my mind
he's just up there.
You feel me? He's up there because I listen to this shit. So I feel that. You know what I kind of relate that to when people talk about G Herbo, because like people out here, we know G Herbo, but like if you go down south or shit, like they don't know G Herbo like that. They're not hip to his music like that. So I feel you. That's what I'm gonna relate that to. But for me, I'm gonna say the underdog of the year, Tory Lanez. Now, why is Tory Lanez the underdog of the year? Simply because of what happened. He was
talking to the mic.
Yeah, I know. All right, I'm just seeing her face. It just has me rolling.
For obvious reasons.
I'm hip. I knew she was gonna do this when I did that. So, like I said, after the Tory and Megan situation, Tory basically got blacklisted, exiled, got his features removed from songs. Apple Music, Spotify aren't really promoting his music like that. An example, he dropped an album 2 days ago, wasn't promoted at all on Apple Music, Spotify.
His last two projects weren't,
Yeah, just the last one, for example.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Daystar as well, same thing. So after that, the situation with Megan, he's having to deal with that. To begin with, he dropped Broken a Minute. He had Temperatures Rising. What else did he drop this year? The new Toronto 3. And then he dropped Daystar after. And then this new album, Loner, which I think is pretty good. He's been dropping great music all year with the situation he's been in. And I just got to recognize it for what it is. Just removing, personal opinions from the situation. Looking at Tory and what he's done this year, people may not like him, but he's been putting out great music. He's not going to get the recognition simply because of what happened, and I understand that. It should be that way, but with the music he has put out, I feel like he's put out a great year's worth of talent in music, and it needs to be recognized in some capacity. So I'm going to recognize him as the underdog of the year.
I won't judge your choice, but I'll just add to it. He started off the year
very well.
Great.
Very well.
Yeah. And then
it went king to of quarantine.
And
I'll say that. He was the king of quarantine.
Yep.
With Quarantine Radio.
Yep.
Tory had an amazing 2020 up until that moment.
And then it went to shit. And then he came, and then he was at that point, he was down and out. And he's had to basically do it on his own since then. That's why I'm giving him the underdog, because that happened in like June, in the summer.
Yeah,
that's
and it's still
going on, and he has to deal with that. So,
I'm not gonna judge your choice, but I just wanted to add
tell you the justification why I did that. But
I hear you.
Because I was thinking like, half the year he was already that nigga, but the other half of the year, he was completely like they were trying to throw him away.
Yeah, just switch,
cancel him. You know what I mean? So, I wanted to take that into account as well.
Okay, Imani, how about you? For comeback of the year. I was about to say, I already know your opinion on I mean, if you want to add that, go ahead, but
for me, I said Jack Harlow.
Okay, underdog?
Yeah.
Okay, why's that?
I feel like not really sleep on him, but people just don't give him that. I guess they didn't expect that from him. Like when I found out when I like what he looked like, because he's white, if you don't know, I was like, oh, okay, this man can rap. And I feel like he's now building into his music. I think at first he probably like wasn't sure where he was really going, but I feel like now his music has progressed and he's getting more comfortable with the style of what it is that he likes. So I'll say he's an underdog. Plus, the album that he just dropped, it wasn't that bad. I actually liked it. So
yeah, I gave it a listen. It was actually a solid album. And I forget what song it was that got me hip to him. It wasn't What's Poppin', the original What's Poppin'. There was a song before that was fire. But I feel you. Jack Harlow, I mean, I was not hip to him until like halfway through this year. And I didn't know he was white until the remix of What's Poppin'. When I saw this,
you saw the video.
I was like, "Oh shit! I'm loving a white guy." But I mean, yeah, I fuck with Jack Harlow. I can't hate on his music.
Was it? Shoot, I just had it. Face of My City.
Yes, I'm pretty sure
like
that's
that one.
Yeah. What you think about Jack?
No, Jack Harlow's had a great year. Jack's had a great year.
Do you know anything about him post or pre 2020? Like anything he did before this year?
Yeah, I first got put on to Jack Harlow actually by Bryson Tiller. There was a song. Yeah, Bryson Tiller was featured on one of Jack Harlow's projects in 2019. They're both from Louisville, obviously, so that's how the connection is made there. But yeah, so I got put on to Jack Harlow in 2019. But yeah, he's had a great year with 2020. What's Poppin' been fire. The Tyler Hero song is fire. And he's just been keeping up, dropping little bit after bit. And then he came with the project, and now it seems like the project is doing well. So yeah, I can respect that. Underdog. I can definitely see Jack Harlow having a great 2021. Yep. That is what I will say to that. Yeah, I can, because when you drop your debut, well, I don't know if they would say this is his debut album, but because he's dropped a bunch of projects in the past, but when you put out your first album after you like hit, I always know the second album, that's when you're in your bag, because now the budget's increased, so you can, the production's gonna look different. You can afford different features now. So I know that the projects he's planning to drop after this might be a problem. So yeah, he's definitely an artist to look out for next year. Facts.
Can I this is just a random thought.
Okay.
It's mad random. Is that a titty, bro?
That's a titty, yeah.
That's the first time I've ever seen that. What
Darnell is referring to right now, what Rich is referring to right now, don't hold it up, bro. Put it down. Come on, access. But what Darnell is referring to is the Weeknd's mixtape, House of Balloons. If you remember that mixtape, on the cover is a shorty in a bathtub with a bunch of balloons around her. And her right titty is hanging out. And Rich just made the observation just now. But yeah, it was crazy because when I got the vinyl, I was just like, and I was in the store and I was just like, oh, okay.
I've never noticed.
I was just like, wow, it's just out in store like that. I think like if it was sold in stores, maybe they would have like digitized it or like censored it somehow. But I'm like, oh shit, the whole titty's out in this Newberry Comics. Wow.
My fault. Random observation.
But yeah. All right. Next category, right?
Okay.
Most slept on.
I'll go first.
Okay, sure.
Moneybagg Yo. The reason why I say Moneybagg is because when it comes to artists, people don't really bring him up at all. In general,
I thought a bro nigga said something. That shit was fire.
Bro, Moneybagg, it has been he's been in his fucking bag. I mean, I really can't say anything bad about him. What was the album he dropped this year? Time Served? That was a fire album.
Yes, it was.
That was a fire album for the time I was listening to it, and that was on repeat for a good like 3 weeks. And then he's been featured on almost everything with everyone. I know he was featured, what was he featured with? I think it was Lil Baby or something like that. Regardless, Moneybagg has just had a consistent 2020 where he hasn't had any misses in my opinion. He took G Herbo's ex. Know what I mean?
Wow, that's crazy.
He's in his bag. Like he got himself a nice girl. You know what I mean? He's doing his thing. She taking care of him. She buying him gifts. I didn't realize it was that funny.
Bro, it's the way you said it.
It's the fact that you just included that for the reason why he's the most slept on.
Yeah, he slept on, bro.
Took G Herbo's ex.
Took G Herbo's ex, bro. Like he's winning. He's doing pretty good in life, bro. Okay. I really can't hate on
Ari.
Right.
Shout out to Ari.
And I really personally just don't think like Moneybagg gets enough consideration when it comes to, being a good artist. Because when it comes to music, he doesn't make bad music at all.
He signed to Rock Nation.
Yeah, it may not be like a hit every single time, but it's not going to be a song where I'm skipping this if I'm hearing it. You know what I mean? If it comes on, I'm skipping it. He never puts out music like that. So just because of his consistency in the year he's had, I have to put him on as the most slept on. Because no one talks about him at all. At least up here, in my opinion.
Okay. Imani, how about you?
Okay. I had 2 of them. I had Doja Cat, and then I had Givéon.
Doja Cat had a crazy
the racist
year.
one?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Snoring on her.
Oh, don't kill me. No, okay, but like ahead, it's that reason. Like once people think of Doja Cat, they think of that racist. I don't even know what she is, but that racist girl. So and that's so bad because it's like as an artist, like I've seen her performances, her songs are not that bad, and it's like regardless of anything, she's still a decent artist. So it's really sad how somebody like her, did what she did, but she has the talent and it looks like she puts in the time and effort for her performances to look the way that they do. So that's for Doja Cat. The second one I said Givéon. Listen, I don't even have to say much on this man.
Givéon that nigga.
Like, I really don't. I need people to start giving him his props, start playing that shit on rotation. Like, I don't even have to say anything about Givéon.
Can I ask a quick question?
What was that EP he dropped?
When it's all said and done.
That was like last month, right? I think it dropped the same day as Jeezy. That shit, bro, was riding.
That and Take Time was fire.
That shit was riding. Like,
can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
Do y'all think Givéon is a product of the Drake effect?
Yes.
Oh, of course.
1,000,000,000%.
Do you think Chicago Freestyle did it for him? Do you think?
Yes.
Do you think Givéon was well on his way before, or do you think that's what did it?
That's what put him on, because up until Chicago, me personally, I never heard of the nigga up until Chicago Freestyle.
Same.
I heard this nigga on Chicago Freestyle. I was like, yo, who is this man singing so beautifully on this shit?
Started listening to his songs.
Then I was like, Givéon, Apple Music, search. Then I just stumbled upon his music and I was like, oh, he's like that. He's like that.
Yeah.
So if he wasn't on Chicago Freestyle, a lot of people wouldn't have discovered him, and he probably wouldn't have put himself out there and made as much music as he did, because people are clamoring to hear him. So Chicago Freestyle did do it for him. Drake put a lot of niggas on, and
we just know the value of a Drake feature. So like, I just want to know like if the Drake effect is a reason like that happened, but who knows? Givéon is obviously talented enough where maybe he would have found his mark eventually. Who knows if it would have happened this year or next year, but you can't deny the power of the Drake effect. You feel me? Drake does a very great job at breaking new artists. You feel me? He does a great job of finding new talent and just putting them on like that.
Is Givéon American?
I'm not sure.
Or is he from the UK?
That's a great
I wouldn't
question.
be surprised.
I feel like he's from Cali, but I'm about to look it up right now.
Because I don't know what made me think he was from the UK. After I'm drawing a blank right now.
I could see why though.
He is from Long Beach, California.
I bet. Say less.
Yeah, I was about to say he looked like a Cali dude.
Bet. Nah, but Givéon that nigga, he like that for real. Like that's some shit I'm putting on if I want to make love.
Heard. Okay.
Make love, not have sex. Make love. You feel me?
Okay. So for the artist that I chose,
you feel me?
No, I feel you. I feel you.
Do the slow strokes, go to the rhythm of the beat. You know what I mean? Put the hips into it.
Oh my God, Darnell, come on, man. Go, Dev. Jazzy.
Money, okay?
Yes. We said no because you said to go to the mood and he's doing shit like that. Bye, dog.
Okay, so the artist that I chose that was the most slept on this year.
Oh my God.
Was Don Toliver. All right.
Yeah,
so Don Toliver, right?
I was thinking about him too.
Same.
Dropped a great project this year that I think went overlooked. You feel me? Heaven or Hell. I think that project was way overlooked this year. He's killed his features this year.
Lemonade, oh my God,
Lemonade
so beautiful.
What? Lemonade is. I remember when I first heard that track and it wasn't like popping yet, and I just heard it and I was just like, I could do without this nav feature, but Don, I'm like, yo, Don Toliver is carrying the song. You feel me? And yeah, he's been doing great since Astroworld and Can't Say came out. Like ever since Can't Say dropped and we heard his voice for the first time, Don Toliver went up ever since that moment. You feel me? So he's the artist that I think the Heaven or Hell.
Okay, I'm downloading it.
Yeah, it got some great gems on there. The second song on that album, Euphoria, features Cash Page and Travis Scott. Yo,
too.
Cash Page. Yo, first of all, Cash Page has been one of my favorite artists. I didn't really love her debut album, Teenage Fever, but she's been one of my favorite new artists this year. But yo, that Ton Toliver, Cash Page, and that Travis Scott combination, yo, that Texas team, yo, that shit was fire, fam. But yeah, Don Toliver is my artist that's been the most slept on this year, and I think he's gonna have a great 2021. To be honest with you,
yeah, he's that nigga.
Yeah,
he's that nigga. Honestly, like I feel like he needs to put out more music for him to get the recognition he deserves.
Well, he's like signed to a major label now, so you know he just dropped his first album. So that was his debut album. Okay. So like, that makes sense. You know, he probably won't be able to drop another one for a little bit.
But like everything I hear from him is fire. I just don't have enough from him. You know what I mean? To like really have a in-depth opinion. Like everything he's on, like you said, smooth rides, catchy, lemonade.
Replace Me with Nas and Big Sean, yo. On Nas's album, yo, that shit was fire, bro.
Yeah. Him and Trav, bro. Him and Trav are like perfect.
Yeah, the Jack Boys album came out this year too, right? What? The Don Toliver was all over that shit. Killed it also. You feel me?
So like he just needs to keep doing what he's doing, and he's gonna get the recognition. It's just keep putting out music, content.
Yeah,
I feel like that's all it is.
Yeah,
he's that nigga.
Word. Was that all of y'all? I know you said for your most slept on was
Doja Cat the Racist and
Givéon, and then you said
Moneybagg.
Okay, and then I said Don Toliver. So there we go. That we got our I just fucked up my hair. That's gonna make me sad in a minute. That we got for our most slept on this year. Okay, so now we are inching towards, you know, the bigger and most important categories. All right, so let's start it off with first, who had the song of the year? I feel like it might be
there was two songs for me that
two songs. I feel like we might be, you know, we all might be in the same realm in that. But go ahead. Somebody hit me with it.
I'll go. So for me, my two songs were We Paid and Life Is Good.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Yeah. So the reason why I'll go with Life Is Good first. So the reason why I say Life Is Good is because the way, like, if 2020 didn't go to shit in March, that would have been Life Is Good would have been the anthem.
Crazy in the clubs.
It would have been the anthem for the entire fucking year. We'd still be bumping it right now.
The summer, would have been crazy.
Yeah, because I remember my birthday was in February, and when Life Is Good came in the club, life was really good, and everything. Whenever that song comes on, bro, when I first heard that song, I was like, this is fucking amazing. Like, oh my God, Future and Drake again. It's beautiful. Up until now, like, it's a little overplayed, but I still love hearing the song, and I really don't skip it, even when it comes on now. You know what I mean? Even if it's on the radio, I'm still going to listen to it. So, and I know a lot of people who feel the same way I do, because I asked actually a lot of people about this, like, yo, what song do you really fuck with this year? What song do you think is like the best song of this year? And me knowing in the back of my head that my opinion was Life Is Good, and then hearing a lot of people say like Life Is Good, then I'm like, yeah, that's definitely confirms the fact that Life Is Good is up there. But then when we
sold, that shit sold.
It's bro, a billion. It had a billion diamond. Fucking. It has a billion plays.
Yeah, I don't know if Life Is Good diamond. I don't know, somewhere it's like 6 times platinum. It's crazy right now. Yeah.
And then We Paid. That's just self-explanatory.
That might be song. That's song of the summer for sure.
We Paid, like. That's self-explanatory. That shit took over the internet. That was the song of the summer. I remember Drewski was making skits with fucking We Paid. Comedians were making skits with We Paid. Like, We Paid was in TikTok.
Yep.
We Paid was everywhere in it.
We Paid did crazy during a pandemic as well.
You feel me? Like, and it's still out here now. So We Paid, I'm sorry, Little Baby. 42 Doug.
Which also broke 42 Doug's career. You
feel me? Like,
with that verse.
They're trying to push 42 Doug on niggas because of We Paid, bro. I
don't like it.
They try to push.
I want to say I don't like it.
Yo, they try to push dog food on us, bro. They try to push us on. We Paid, Life Is Good, bro. It's self-explanatory. So I'm sorry. Those songs of the year. I can't pick one or the other. But yeah, I'm sorry. What were those two? Yeah. What about y'all?
I chose The Box, Roddy.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
You cannot deny the success that The Box had this year. Yo, that shit was everywhere. That shit was number one for I don't know how many weeks. But yo, Roddy did he dropped at the end of 2019, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember we were here a year ago and I included his album on my top 10 list. I don't remember exactly where I placed him on my top 10 list last year, but I remember I did put him on my list. And to see the success that the album had going into 2020 and the box specifically, first of all, let's give Roddy his credit. Grammy nomination. Grammy nominated for that. And I know I say, Grammy nominated for a lot of artists, and we're really giving the Grammys a lot of shit this year, and I understand why it shouldn't really be held to that much of a standard, but I only give people those nominations because it's not, hip hop isn't really reflected that well in an area like that. So when people get I still think it's like a prestige award. So just the nomination, I just see it as, they got noticed. So shout out to them for getting noticed by that. You feel me? So that's why I shout him out for that. And Roddy already won a Grammy last year off of Racks in the Middle with Nipsey, R.I.P. And I'm pretty sure he won a Grammy off of Ballin' with DJ Mustard as well. But yeah, he's also Grammy nominated again for a second year in a row for The Box. So you can't really deny. Damn. Yeah, he's Grammy nominated for that song as well. So you can't really deny that the year Roddy had. He didn't drop any music this year. He only did features.
Yeah, I was gonna say he didn't drop anything.
He didn't drop anything this year.
Okay.
He only did features.
That must be.
And the features that he did, Rockstar with the Baby. We heard that all summer long. You feel me?
Meet the Woo.
You go on the radio, that shit was playing every single time. Meet the Woo with Pop Smoke, R.I.P. Another feature.
Radio hits, bro.
Radio hits. There's the Lemonade feature that's buzzing right now with Don Toliver and Roddy Ricch going crazy. But yeah, Roddy Ricch has made a great impact this year. And for that's why I said The Box is probably my song of the year 2020. Yeah. Imani, how about you?
I said We Paid, and I also said Hit Different.
Hit different. SZA.
Yes.
Oh, true. Okay.
Okay. Why is that?
Same reasons for We Paid, and then for Hit Different, y'all already know how I feel about my R&B, but I feel like up until now, if it was to come on, people would still vibe to it the same way to when it came out 3 or 4 months ago.
I don't like that I don't like that she just dropped it and then disappeared again. I thought she dropped this Hit Different. It was an album's about to come out. You feel me? And an album is probably gonna come out, but she dropped a little snippet at the end of that music video and then disappeared again, like true SZA fashion. But I'm still it just gives me something. Games. You feel me? But yeah, Hit Different was a crazy comeback for SZA, to be honest.
It's her best shit to me.
Control.
This is her.
That was her debut album.
It's her best shit.
Yeah, for the listeners. He was holding up my SZA Control vinyl for the ones that aren't watching right now. You like that? She signed that. You like that?
You see, she signed that.
All right, so what I will agree on for songs of the year, definitely, since both of y'all said We Paid, I'll just say, all right, so We Paid got song of the year.
I was thinking about 3-Headed Goat, but I was like, nah.
It was a fire song. It was for the streets. It was a fire song in the streets. You feel me? The box went crazy though. You feel the box went crazy.
Coveted.
And it's crazy because I can still put the box on today.
And it's gonna bump.
Today. And it would still bump. Yeah. It was still bump. All right. So next artist not next artist. But yeah, next artist that we have category, our artist of the year.
Most important one.
Okay.
I think this one's easy.
We might all agree to it, but there's also a lot of debates you could have for several artists. You feel me? But I'll start.
You think you can have debates, bro?
If I say this artist, then we all agree to it. All right. Bet. My artist of the year, obviously, is Lil Baby.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah. So, wait. Who else is up there besides Lil Baby? Bro?
Roddy's up there.
No.
Roddy is up there.
There's no way you could put Roddy up there without him putting up an album.
Meg's up there.
You can't be artist of the year without putting out a project.
I can say that because he dropped his album at the end of 2019.
That's 2019.
And the effects of the album happened in 2020.
It was 2019.
Yeah, but the effects of
2019.
I'm hip. That's why it's on my best of 2019 list.
Okay.
But remember we came in here, we said right here that Roddy Ricch. I remember we sitting right here and we said Roddy Ricch is going to be one of the artists to look out for in 2020.
And all he did was features.
I'm hip.
I can't say you're the artist of the year when you didn't have your own song out.
I understand that. Because his old shit was still on the airwaves going a whole year later. So that's why But I agree. Lil Baby, you cannot deny the year that Lil Baby had. This was Lil Baby's year. Album, one of the best albums of the year. The deluxe, just to match. The deluxe had We Paid on it. You feel me? The standard, We Paid wasn't even on the standard. The hit that happened for Lil Baby was on the deluxe. So, that adds fuel to the fire as well. He killed every feature that he did.
Bro,
he was everywhere. He was everywhere this year. He was on his Wayne shit this year, yo. No bullshit.
I want 100. 100 a feature, bro.
And now he gets paid 400.
400 a feature, bro.
Now he gets paid 400. You feel me?
Bro, it's crazy seeing this nigga's like evolution this year, bro.
We were really comparing this nigga with Gunna.
Yo, there ain't no comparison anymore. That's
a bad hit.
This man, Lil Baby, can do anything. Except dancehall, but anything, bro.
Hey, that song was trash. That song was trash. That's not Lil Baby's fault, though. That's not Lil Baby's fault.
That's not his fault. But anything he touches besides that shit, dancehall, is gold. Like,
there you go.
He dropped an album, fire. Like, every feature he touched, fire.
Grammy nominated also.
It was so.
Lil
I'll
Baby.
say this. This is how I know Lil Baby was the artist of the year. If I went on Apple Music and I just saw Lil Baby's name on the song, I'm clicking it. That's just true. Because of his name.
That's true.
I don't give a fuck about the other artists. I need to hear his verse. That's how I knew he was the artist of the year. I knew that in June.
You know when I knew that he was going to be the artist of the year, you feel me? Shout out to Brockton, D the Flyest Fugazi. His feature on that song is probably, to this day, one of my favorite Lil Baby features, you feel me? And it was that feature alone that let me know, hey, yo, Lil Baby fam. Lil Baby is coming, you feel me? He just had to work on some shit. And he did with this album. And he let us know with this album. Let me tell you right now, I remember we were comparing Baby and Gunna at a moment in time, you feel me?
Sorry about that.
Shit went completely out the window with this album, you feel me? Not saying Gunna did his thing with Wanna, even though, I didn't really fuck with it in the beginning.
You ain't fuck with Wanna?
I told you this. I wasn't fucking with Wanna in the beginning. It took a while to grow on me. It took a while to grow on me. But yeah, we can't deny the type of year that Baby had. And even like the thing with Baby, you also have to like keep in mind, he stayed consistent throughout the year. He dropped the project, but he also stayed consistent with his content. Like when the protests were going on, the bigger picture, bro, I was listening to that the other day. And I was like, yo, like, obviously we all gave the bigger picture the love that it deserved when it came out. But after listening to it, months after, I was like, yo, this nigga really did his thing on this song, fam. Like, when you listen to the lyrics and just when it came out and all shit, I'm like, yo, Lil Baby has been able to stay relevant for the entire year. And he did all of this during a pandemic. You feel me? All of this, yo. You can't even tour off your music. You can't do any of this. And he had still the successful year that he had. So that's why I'm shouting out Baby for that. He's also Grammy nominated for the bigger picture as well. I still think he was snubbed because he didn't get nominated for Rap Album of the Year, but it is what it is. I'm definitely giving Baby.
I'm trying to think of an artist who had a crazier year, like ever, than Baby.
I'm not gonna say he didn't have as crazy of a year as
wasn't here, bro. This nigga's year would have been times 10.
I'm hip. He didn't have as great of a year as Lil Baby, but someone who also did very well this year is Da Baby. Da Baby also had an incredible year as well. You feel me? Obviously, he's gonna get outshined by Lil Baby because Lil Baby just couldn't be stopped. You feel me? But if you were looking at the Baby's career following all of 2020, he did his thing pretty much the entire year as well. He had great features. He changed everybody's opinion of him with Blame It On Baby, because everyone was saying, yo, you sound the same, you can't rap on different shit, you're not versatile. And then Blame It On Baby came out and the entire sound was different, and he bodied that shit. And then he dropped an EP right after his brother passed, R.I.P. to him, and he switched up his sound again and is just continuing to show how versatile he is, But on his features alone as well, he's still killing it. He's also going mainstream with his pop features as well. So that's why I can see with the success the baby had in 2019, he is still carrying that success into 2020. And with Imani said, I can understand why you can also say the same for Meg for how she handled the 2020 as well. But yes, go ahead. I feel like someone said you, Meg, right? Did you want to speak more for Meg? Because I can understand why you would also say Meg had an amazing 2020 as well, despite everything that happened.
I think her rebound speaks for itself, to be honest with you.
Yeah, how she rebounded off that situation.
She's just continuing to rebound, and it's just like she knows it's nonstop, and she's like just taking the opportunity very well.
My thing with Meg is I remember when we were talking about her before this summer and like how she was like on a crazy trajectory and everything like that, and then like she got shot in the foot, and then we stopped talking about her for a little bit, and then she just picked up right where she left off. Like she really didn't miss a beat except for that short couple weeks where she wasn't doing anything because of her injuries.
Yep.
Other than that, she been killing it the whole 52 weeks, 356 days, bro. Like she been doing her thing. So I can see why you would say Meg is the artist of the year.
Yeah, and she got some number ones too. And like, yo, my favorite like statistic about Meg is she's collaborated with probably not every, but like almost the top female acts in the game right now. Meg has collaborated with them and has held her own with them. You feel me? She did Savage remix with Beyonce. She did WAP with Cardi. She did Hot Girl Summer with Nicki, and all of those songs did its thing. You feel me? Did its thing. You feel me? So like, Meg being this new act and the type of year that she's having, despite all the trauma that she's going through, the fact that she went through all of this, you know, with the also recent loss of her mother, just the entire year that Meg has had, you can't deny, you feel me, the type of year that she had and the success that she had and just everything that she's doing. So I can understand why I put Meg in that conversation as well. You feel me? I'm obviously choosing Lil Baby as mine because you can't dispute that, but you also can't deny what Meg was able to do within 2020 as well. You feel me? And the fact that all of these artists, like I said, I'm going to repeatedly say this, the fact that all these artists were able to do this during a pandemic as well, the fact that they had to think of different ways to, you know, make bread or interact with their fans, the fact that the idea of a deluxe album really went crazy in 2020 itself. The idea of a deluxe album was just another way because, hey, since you can't tour off your shit, since you can't, you know, you got to think another way to sell music. And now you got artists out here just attaching a whole new album and just calling it a deluxe. You feel me? And they're doing their thing and they're doing what they got to do. So I feel it. You feel me? I feel it. Yeah, I feel it. All right. Now for our last category, you feel me, which is probably the most important category and the one that's going to be discussed the most amongst y'all. You feel me? Our top 10 albums of the year. You feel me? Our top 10 albums. So let me just start off by saying, before we get into it, this list isn't, you know, specific to any genre. Obviously, we're a hip-hop podcast. You might see us just put a lot of hip-hop albums on our list. But these lists are based off of our own personal preferences and what we enjoyed in the year. You feel me? So, who wants to begin?
So, my top 10 albums.
Yeah. I already know, but it's nice to ask.
Top 10
you feel me? Go ahead.
Like you said, this is all about what I like, what I thought was the best top 10 albums of the year.
And let's start from 10 to 1.
I know. I just wanted to give them some background because, like I said, this is personal preference. You know what I mean? If I wanted to make a top 10 list for y'all, I would say it's for y'all. This is for me.
And I would say list all of the items and then explain the top 3. Okay.
So number 10 is Legends Never Die by Juice WRLD, posthumous album.
R.I.P. man.
Number 9 is Eternal Atake, Lil Uzi. And number 8 is No Love Lost, Blast.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was a great tape.
The GOAT was number 7 by Polo G. High Off Life, Future, number 6. Because, you know, I love my Future. Number 5, Fuck the World, Brent Faiyaz.
Okay.
Only thing he's dropped all year, and I've listened to it consistently every week. So gotta put that on there. Wanna, number 4 by Gunna. I know y'all niggas ain't fuck with it like that, but me, I love that shit.
Met Gala go crazy.
Yo, Dirty Diana, fuck. Yo, I can street sweeper. Oh, hold up. Let me see.
Yo, Roddy Ricch had a fire feature on his album as well. You feel
All right,
me?
so top 3, PTSD, G Herbo. The reason why this is number 3 to me is just because how raw and like how real this album felt. Like this is like a real street album, and I know G Herbo isn't like the most famous or like relatable person, but when I heard this album, I was just like, damn, he's preaching, like he's speaking real shit, and not many artists do that nowadays. So when he dropped PTSD, I was like, damn, he's spitting. He's really spitting. So I had to put that in my top 3, and as is for the simple fact that when it dropped, it was in my rotation for a good 2 to 3 months, and I still go back and listen to songs from that album to this day. So I have to put that in my top 3. Number 2, we were just talking about this nigga Lil Baby. He only dropped 1 album this year, My Turn, and you already know that shit was absolutely fire. So gotta put that in my number 2. It's just self-explanatory. It's Lil Baby. He had the Artist of the Year. You gotta put the Artist of the Year's album in your top 3. And then number 1.
We know. I know now.
Number 1, my favorite artist. He's been on a crazy run these last 2 years. Signed to the Streets 3 was fucking immaculate.
And that's what put me on.
Then this nigga came out with Just Cause Y'all Waited. Then the Deluxe 2. When We Shoot. Watch Your Homies. Bruh.
Internet sensation go
Bro,
crazy.
Internet Street Prayer.
Internet sensation.
Street Prayer.
All love go crazy. Three-headed go crazy.
Bro, that entire
Bands from
album,
UK go crazy.
Bro, that entire album from Lil Durk, there is not one skip.
Yeah.
Not one skip.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say it's his best album because I still think Signed to the Streets 3 is his best album, and it will always be because that shit is just different. But just because y'all waited, like, I play this album every single day still.
Yo,
every day.
I linked Rich maybe like 2 weeks ago, right? I linked Rich maybe 2 weeks ago at his crib, right? I was in his room.
Oh.
Hey, yo, my dog. My dog. I don't know. I didn't know my dude could sing. I didn't know Rich could sing, but yo, Scrubs came on by Lil Durk, and this man.
You singing, Dodo?
Yo, this man sang from his soul, and I was watching him, and I was like, damn, don't leave. Bro, that shit, I was like, damn, don't leave, bro.
Bro, Durk's music hits me, bro.
Was hitting him,
I feel Durk's music, bro. I really do. I relate to his shit, bro. I love Durk's music.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I can fuck with that list.
I love Durk's music.
I can fuck with that list. I can fuck with that list. Imani, hit me with your list. That's a good list, brother. That's a good list.
Oh no, I'm scared now.
Nah, it's okay. Nah, we accepting all lists. Imani, hit me with your list. Accepting all lists.
I also said My Turn, Lil Baby.
Wait, is this in order? Do you have an order?
No, it's not in order.
Imani never has an order. Okay, cool. So
Sorry.
go ahead.
My Turn, Lil Baby. PTSD Deluxe. G Herbo, Good News, Meg Thee Stallion. Jaguar, Victoria Monet. Dark Lanes, Demo Tapes, Drake. Just Cause Y'all Waited 2, Little Durk. Son of a Gun, Key Glock. When it's all said and done, Givéon. Fuck the World, Brent Fayez, and I like this one, Artist 2.0, A Boogie with the hoodie.
Dap me up with the Key Glock.
Do you want to explain 3 of them?
Bro,
do you want to explain 3 of them at all? You don't have to if you want to.
Let me see.
She said son of a gun.
Yeah, he said Key Glock, and I'm just like,
hit,
well,
yo, keep.
Okay. Fuck the World, Brent Fayez.
Yeah.
I don't even think that needs to be spoken about. The same goes with Givéon. Like, I'm sorry, this man can sing. He can set the vibe in 3, 2, 1.
She had Demo Lanes, Brent Fayez, and Givéon on there.
Okay.
I see what vibe he was on.
And then Jaguar. I don't know if y'all know Victoria Monet, but her voice for me is like Givéon. Like, it's very smooth, very soft. Like, it already sets the mood like really quickly.
R&B? She R&B?
Yes, she's
Victoria Monet.
Yes, she's just.
I'm sorry, when I hear the words, when I hear the name Monet, now I just think of Power Book.
Great show. Yo, Power Book 2, Ghost, yo. Yo, nigga, I fuck with Tariq now, fam. It's been a great show.
Tariq get pussy. That's all I see. Tariq that nigga.
Nah, but I fuck with that list. That's a solid list. I fuck with that. All right, so we're breezing through these. It's okay. All right, so for my top 10 list, before I list my top 10, I got a few honorable mentions. You feel me?
You was doing honorable mentions?
I'm gonna just do because it was so hard making this list, fam. It was so hard making this list. Okay, a couple honorable mentions. These artists also had amazing albums, and I just gotta shout them out. You feel me? 21 Savage and Metro Boomin, Savage Mode 2. That shit went crazy. That shit went. Metro and Savage both put their feet in that bitch. That shit went crazy. Morgan Freeman was out here narrating
that
an album.
Doesn't get nearly as much consideration as
that shit went crazy. And I best believe if Outside was open when that shit came out, I'm telling you, that shit would have been crazy. Other noticeable mentions, honorable mentions. Kehlani dropped an amazing album this year as well. Yeah. You feel me? It was good until it wasn't. Great album. St. John dropped a great album this year with While the World Was Burning. We got to shout out Future and Uzi for dropping Pluto. I'm shouting out Polo G, the GOAT, because it didn't make my list. I'm shouting out PTSD because it didn't make my list. I'll shout out Dark Lane demo tapes because it didn't make my list. I'll shout out the Weeknd's album After Hours because it did not make my list, but that shit was fire as well. Abby Jasmine came out, broke the ground crazy. I was happy we were able to interview you in the summer, but she followed up with an amazing album and an amazing deluxe to match. If you're not hip to her, please look her up. Abby Jasmine. She makes some dope R&B music, hip hop as well, so tap in with her if you're not tapped in. Tyler Loyal, great album, bro. Great. That's in my rotation. Spins, I gotta mention that just because not on my list, but in terms of Massachusetts, it's up there. It's up there, brother. Great project. If I'm mentioning Massachusetts, I also got to shout out my dog Shade Crew. Dropped 3 projects this year that were dope. Still Single, fire. Projection, fire. Till Death, fire. You feel me? And he's been an artist that has been kind of low key with his music drops. He wasn't really dropping that much music, and it wasn't until recently where he just started dropping music like crazy. So to me, Shade Crew had an amazing 2020, so we got to shout out to him. And if I'm mentioning Massachusetts music, I got to shout out Millie's too with Blanco 3. I got to shout him out.
Millie's in Haiti. Shout out.
And he was in Haiti. He was in Haiti with all the homies, you feel me? So shout out to him for doing that. I gotta shout him out. Who also had a great album? Division dropped an amazing album this year. Division dropped an amazing album this year that did not get talked about enough. It dropped in 2020. I believe it was in the first half of the year. But that project was crazy, fam.
Did you say
crazy? All right, you feel me? Hey.
You like Meet the Woo too? I like Meet the Woo too.
Meet the Woo 2 was a good album. It's a mixtape, so that's why I didn't count it as part of my album. You feel me? But yes, it was also a great project as well. So I wanted to give honorable mention to all those artists because you also dropped great projects as well. Just did not cut my 10 because it was hard to make my 10. You feel me? Now for my top 10 list, right? I'll start at 10. All right. Oh, it's crazy. So I said 21 Savage and Metro. That's actually number 10. You feel me? So I did include in my list. Because I was thinking when I was making my list, I had them, and I think I included them last minute because I was like, yo, this tape is really crazy. This tape is really crazy. So
Morgan Freeman just comes in between songs.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
So that's number 10.
Gives it that feel.
21 Savage and Metro Boomin. Savage Mode 2 is number 10. Number 9, Future, High Off Life. Number 8, Juice WRLD, Legends Never Die. Number 7, Benny the Butcher, Burden of Proof.
That was up there, yeah.
Number 6, Nas, King's Disease.
Really?
Number 5, Conway the Machine, From a King to a God.
Yeah, that was up there
From a King to a God. Number 4, Pop Smoke, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon.
Okay, let's see if you got Griselda.
Number 3, Lil Durk, just because y'all waited too. Rich already explained it. I don't got to add enough to it. Yeah, I'm still spinning that album back.
Yup.
Shout out to Rich for putting me on to Sign to the Streets 3, because I knew about Dirk, but I wasn't really tapped in until that mixtape, and I've been tapped in ever since. Just because Y'all Waited 2 was an amazing project, and Dirk has had an amazing 2020 despite everything that went down. You feel me? And even since that happened, he's been following it up with heat. So we got to shout that out. You feel me?
He had a feature with Pooh Shiesty that's also fire.
Fact. Shout out to him for that. Number 2, Lil Uzi Vert, Eternal to Take.
Number 2? Okay.
That and the Deluxe. You feel me? I just cannot deny the type of year that Uzi had and the fire that he came out with 2020. You feel me? I just can't deny it. And he doesn't get talked about enough, obviously, because with the type of year that Lil Baby had, and Lil Baby is obviously my number 1 with My Turn, you feel me? Lil Uzi's not going to get talked enough. Wow, he's not going to get talked about enough because of the type of year that Lil Baby had. But you cannot deny the year that Lil Uzi had. His year has been crazy. Features, his own music, all of that. So that's why he's at number 2. And obviously we all know why My Turn is at number 1. You feel me? So that's my list right there. That was my top 10 albums of the year. For people that are probably, because I know there's going to be people critiquing me. Yes, Freddie Gibbs dropped a great album too.
Yeah, he did.
Freddie Gibbs dropped a great album too. Just not in my 10. You feel me? I think my 10 this year was based off energy. So
honestly,
yeah, that's all I can say for that.
If you're watching the podcast on YouTube right now, please leave a comment about like your top 3, top 5, top 10. We'd love to see what y'all
talk to us. Put in the comments, yo.
Because I'd love to compare.
Facts. And hey, that was it. That's pretty much our year-end wrap-up. You feel me? 2020 has been an incredible year in terms of music. So hopefully 2021 is going to be just as fire. So, we'll see. You got Drake dropping in January. So we'll see how they talk. And I'm still waiting for... Now? Yeah, it's in January. We got Playboi Carti dropping on Friday. Playboi Carti dropping on Friday. I wasn't excited for it until I heard Kid Cudi. You know that track with Nudie and Playboi Carti?
That shit's finally
That shit
out.
Got cleared and is on the album, and Kid Cudi is on the song.
Out?
And Kid Cudi is also on the song. He dropped a snippet on Twitter earlier today, and I was so happy that song got cleared, and that is the only reason why I am now anticipating Playboi Carti's album for this Friday. I was not anticipating it before, but when I heard it, and I was like, the sample got cleared? Yo, it's lit now. You feel me? It's lit.
To that same sample for like 2 years now. Like, that same 15-second clip. Yo, that 15-second clip got Carti so much clout. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
Dancing, bro, it's so perfect for that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be lit for that on Friday. And J. Cole was supposed to drop The Fall Off in 2020. It's looking like it's not happening, but if that happens within before the end of the year, I'm gonna be tight because I wasn't able to include that on my list. So, J. Cole, if you're dropping The Fall Off, you better wait till 2021 because I couldn't put you on my list. You feel me? Facts. Let's keep it that way. All right, word. So let's wrap up everything. Let's get into our reality checks. Let's do our last reality check of the year, our last reality check of the season. What do we want to leave them off with? Rich, go ahead. Lead us off.
So my shit's kind of twofold. We got Christmas and the New Year's coming up. So with Christmas coming up, I just want to say, people, enjoy the time that you have with your family right now. I know this is a week where a lot of people have time off, so spend that time with your family, enjoy it, decompress, get back to a good mental note, like I said last week especially. And as well as be safe, because you still got the COVID virus going on and everything like that, so please be safe. But as it pertains to New Year's, make some resolutions that you're actually going to stick to and something that you think you can stay consistent with all through 2021. Because 2020 was a crazy year. I know we all have some things that we probably want to change about ourselves going into 2021. I know I do. And I'm going to make some things that are going to be easily attainable as well as not hard to force myself to do, essentially. So that's my reality check. For one, be safe. Have the time of your life with your family because it's Christmas and New Year's. And also, stick to your New Year's resolutions and conquer that shit, because the person you're going to be at the end of 2021, you wouldn't have seen that person going into it unless you had that fortitude and that consistency and that confidence. So
talk your shit.
That's my reality check for y'all.
Word. Hit him with camera 1 for Imani's. Thank you.
Hi. Okay, so mine is gonna be manifest. Manifest in everything that you want to do. Manifest in everything that you want to be taken away. Just be in the energy for just positive things to come. Essentially, kind of just write down, or not. You don't even have to write down. Just say out loud what it is that you want for next year. What it is that you want to be rid of. And then the last thing would be to find affirmations, like little things to say to yourself to keep yourself in a very happy moment. And yeah, that's my reality check.
Word. And then for my reality check, since this is the last time we'll be talking for the year and the last time we'll be talking for a little bit, this is something I want to leave with all of you. You feel me? 2020 has been quite a year. It's been quite a year. You feel me? Despite if you had some success or some failures, 2020, I think we can agree that it was not the year that we expected it to be. So now that we're going into 2021, however COVID ends up, now that we know the lengths that COVID can get to, try to make 2021 the best year that you can make of it while knowing everything that's going on. You feel me? So now that you know how COVID can affect you, now that you know the limits that COVID puts on your day-to-day life, understand that going into 2021 and find a way to finesse that to your advantage. You feel me? Find a way to come up with new ideas to make bread. If you work for a certain company or if you work a certain job that's been affected by COVID, hopefully you took enough time within 2020 to look around and discover new ways to put some bread in your pockets, and you can go into 2021 and just lift that off. You feel me? To the creatives out there, 2020 has been especially challenging for y'all. So I know everyone out there did what they had to do, tried different things to see what would work and what wouldn't work. Let's go into 2021 and just knock this shit out the park. You feel me? I want to come back into 2021 when we come into season 6. I want to come back and tell y'all that despite 2020 being shit, it taught me a lot and I was able to grow from it. And the product from that growth will be shown within season 6. So use this year as a lesson and use this year to make the next year your bitch. You feel me? I will leave y'all with that. That's my reality check
also,
for the last
real quick before you get into the new music. I just want to say season 5, coming into it, it was actually we didn't know what to expect because like we said, we had to deal with COVID. We were doing everything online through Zoom. So it was really a lot of uncertainty coming back into the studio, even though it was a great feeling. And I just want to say thank you to all the viewers, everyone who supported us through season 5, because this was our best season yet. Fair to say, this is our best season yet. We killed it and y'all killed it supporting us. So I just want to say thank you for that, because this right here, this season is just a stepping stone to what will come. And season 6 is just going to be even better. So I just want to say thank you to the fans, and you guys are going to witness what we have in store for you next year. So that's all I wanted to say.
Since we're doing our thank yous, I'll add mine to that. You feel me? I'll add mine to that. Thank you for the listeners. Thank you for the viewers. Because of y'all, literally, we would not be shit without y'all. I enjoy engaging with y'all in the comments. I enjoy having conversations with the people who reach out to us. It's been a fun ride. You feel me? I couldn't tell you back in 2018 that I'd be in this moment. I'd be where I am right now in 2020. So I definitely want to thank all of you for that. I definitely want to thank the people behind the scenes who were able to make this such a great job. Jake and Marino, both of them have joined us. This year, and I just appreciate the work that they've put in. They come in here every single episode, and they just add to the greatness that is the Urban Products. I know y'all don't really see them on camera, but behind the scenes, they're a very essential and key part of this show. We would sound like shit without them. We would look like shit without them. You feel me? So I definitely appreciate the both of you for the work that you do consistently, episode after episode. Kat, she can't hear me right now, but I appreciate her for everything that she's done for us since joining the studio. And I also got to shout out MCM for just giving us the space and giving us the opportunity to expand our network and expand just our reach in terms of the podcast game out there. I'm clearing my throat. In terms of the podcast game out there, like, I'm appreciative of every person that has stepped into the studio. I believe that we've had great interviews this entire year. We've had great interviews, and we've had some memorable moments in all of those interviews, along with our own episodes as well. So I appreciate the both of y'all for joining me on this journey. I know it was interesting transition for the both of you because the both of you were not podcasters before joining, and I appreciate your willingness to adapt, and I appreciate the patience both of y'all had with me because no, let me just get this off. I ain't gonna, we ain't gonna be in the studio for a minute, so I gotta just get this shit off. I appreciate all of you for joining me on this journey because probably when I came up with this idea back in 2018, everybody had their ideas about podcasts, and now, no shade at all, I'm seeing podcasts everywhere. So I'm just happy people believed in the movement, supported the movement, and have decided to join me on this journey. And don't think without a doubt I don't plan on taking everyone that's with me on this journey as well. And I don't plan on changing the crew up in a minute. You feel me? I don't plan on changing anything. The people that have started this journey with me will continue on this journey with me until the journey is over. You feel me?
W for winners.
Facts.
We're winners.
Facts.
You feel me?
So thank you for everyone for making this possible. And as we sign out, before we do our vibes of the week, I just want to say thank you. Everybody have a Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful New Year. And when we come back in 2021, be ready. Be ready. Because just like we came back in season 5, we're back to knock heads off. You feel me? So enjoy this break while you have it. But in 2021, when the next episode, season 6, episode 1 drops, be ready for whatever's to come. You feel me? And that is the end of the episode. That is the end of season 5. That is the end of 2020. You feel me? We did what we had to do. Hopefully you enjoyed everything and you've been tapped in. And if you're not tapped in, please tap in now. Now is your time. Take this break as time to catch up, reconnect, and just do what you got to do before we come back for season 5. I will tell y'all right now, we will not be back for some time. You feel me? I won't announce the date yet. But just know it's looking slow for January. You feel me? It's looking slow for January. By the time we come back, we will have a new president. Drake will have dropped an album. And hopefully the economy isn't what it is right now. And hopefully when we come back, we have an update on COVID and it's not the same shit that it is right now. You feel me? But within this time, yes, please catch up. Follow us on our socials. Instagram, The Urban Product. Twitter, The Urban Product. You can catch us on any podcast platform. Please subscribe and leave a review. To the viewers on YouTube, thank you. Thank you especially to the viewers on YouTube. Because since joining the YouTube community, y'all have treated us so kindly. So thank you. Make sure y'all subscribe. like the video, share them, keep sharing. Let's keep the conversation going. The Urban Products, we talk about a lot about music, but we also talk about a lot of real life shit. And we appreciate y'all for tapping in and staying connected. And we look forward to continuing this journey with y'all within 2020 and within 2021. And with that being said, it's been your boy DME.
It's been your boy Cozy Rich.
It's been your girl Imani.
And you've been listening to The Urban Product. We will see y'all in 2021.
Love.
Deuce.